Hallo und auch noch auf YouTube. Willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von Elysium. Wir waren letztens stehen geblieben, wo wir die Leiche endlich mal runterbekommen haben vom Baum. Und ja, haben wir den Eisbär reingeschubst. Und ja, es ist nachts. Wir haben schon bezahlt. Und eigentlich, ja, genau, Alice müssen wir am nächsten Tag, also wenn wir jetzt gleich pennen, dann gucken wir doch mal. Genau. Und die Schleuse müssen wir am nächsten Tag, also gleich dann. Ja. Karaoke, ja. Das wollen wir auch irgendwann mal machen, aber. Okay. Ansonsten, wir haben einen Fähigkeitspunkt. Wir können eines mitnehmen. Aber wir können auch hier was weitermachen. Wobei wir kriegen ja fast den nächsten Punkt. Innenleben. Ausdauer wäre natürlich auch nice. Verwirrendes Verhalten. Aber der Empathie. Empathie brauchen wir auch mal ein bisschen höher machen, oder? Das ist schon auf 4. Okay, das ist schon blöd. Ha. Das müssen wir machen später.
Can I help you?
Nö. Ich denke, wir machen jetzt mal Feierabend.
Yes? The door is closed. Still no answer.
Okay. Okay. Geh wieder rein und mach den Tag vorbei. Na klar. Bis morgen dann, ne?
The fan stands still. The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Okay. Ne, warte mal. Wir machen mal ein... Hier mal ein Save, wo wir am Bett stehen. Und mal gucken. Wir klauen mal die Schuhe. Was soll denn schon passieren? Hier. Hier war's. Ich sollte mal, glaube ich, Taschenlampe anmachen.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly. The body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity.
Hmm.
Whatever you're planning to do, you need to do it before you catch pneumonia in the cold draft coming from deep inside the fridge. It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot. It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two.
Damn it.
Just relax. This is easy. This is happening. See? The corpse doesn't care if you try to take his boots. He doesn't need them. He's probably glad to get rid of them.
Du versuchst die Stiefel Stück für Stück mit Drehbewegung freizubekommen.
This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh.
Du machst ja ein Bild vom Ausmaß des Schadens.
Not good. Let's pin this on the bear. The ice bear tore up his legs with its claws. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly.
Okay.
Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen?
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Lodi Rodi. Wie gefällt es dir im Kühlschrank?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corpelangelo.
I know.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
So. Wir haben die Schuhe. Wow. Rieche nicht an diesen Stiefeln. Am besten denkst du nicht einmal an sie. Außer natürlich daran, wie du sie wieder sauber bekommst. Stand jetzt sind sie unverkäuflich, untragbar und einfach nur widerwärtig. Mit faulem Fleisch. Yummy! Wasche die Stiefel in irgendeine Küche. Okay. Let's go! Schubidubidubidubidubidu.
You see a heavy steel, the cobalt blue, old cobalt paint. It leads to a side. These boots were probably left on the corpse because they were impossible to pull off while it was hanging. They're not exactly pleasant to look at right now, much less smell. Hopefully soon you'll know more about them.
Hätte sie jemals tragen können?
The size seems about right. Once you get the foul-smelling flesh gunk out.
Ist nicht ein Sprichwort darüber, in jemandes Fußstapfen zu treten?
You've seen too much to be that naive. Even if you don't remember it, you'll never know what it was like to be him.
In irgendeiner Küche. Hier.
This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostel guests. There are several pots and pans on hand. Getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience, and also a huge pot full of boiling water, soap, and white vinegar.
Du siehst die Kopfhörer.
A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used to make enough stew to feed an entire city, and also to boil a putrid pair of death boots.
Death Boots.
There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge. It's bad with those boots. Don't be stingy now.
Spül, genau das brauche ich. Du gibst jede Menge Spülmittel in den Topf.
The bottom of the pot fills with shiny white goo. All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil them.
Das Wasser und die Stiefel in den Topf. Dann lässt du alles schön aufkochen.
The soap bubbles over the rim of the pot. The water slowly comes to a boil.
Moment.
Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the bubbling surface.
Okay,
A
wunderschön.
two-course dinner of rotten flesh and hardened ceramic.
Ja, war's noch etwas länger.
The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are beginning to look cooked. You can smell it too, just like beef stew. That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam dense with the smell of strange meat disappears into the vent above the stove.
Puh. Zum Glück ist das hier oben. Dann saugst die Socke und das Schmorfleisch. Und begutachst deine neuen Stiefel.
The boots look clean, but still smell funky.
Funky. I like funky.
Feels like you should have used vinegar too.
Versuchst sie erneut zu kochen. Diesmal mit klaren Essig.
The strong vinegar odor forces you to take a few steps back from the stove.
Aha.
The whole kitchen now smells like white vinegar, but maybe your boots won't smell like a corpse.
Ha. Na dann, du schützt das Wasser weg und schlüpfst an die Stiefel.
A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
Nice. Meisterkoch hält sich ab. Jetzt haben wir geile neue Schuhe. Beherrschung geht dafür auf den Arsch. Oh, nice. Zu große Fußstapfen. Na toll. Diese Beinschienen sind federleicht. Und ein klein wenig zu groß für dich. Aber das sollte dich nicht kümmern. Wenn du sie trägst, dann siehst du aus wie ein Krieger der Zukunft. Und sie schützen dich auch noch, wenn du dir aus Versehen in den Schuh schießt. Wusste ich richtig. Und gib mir ein Stück Autorität. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Holy shit. Okay, Beherrschung sollte ich mal ein bisschen höher machen, ne? Oder warte mal. Weiße Trauer. 5 Stunden. Ah. Okay, warte mal. Schreiben wir das mal hier. Logik -2.
You look down at the white ceramic sabatons hugging your arches and calves, surprised at how well they fit. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
Ich werde verantwortungsbewusst mit diesem Rüstungsteil umgehen. Ich trage es, um mich zu schützen, nicht um anzugeben. That's true.
The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you.
Ja, ich will die ganze Rüstung haben.
It may be a while before you have all the pieces. In the meantime, you should analyze the armor, figure out its vulnerabilities. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it, observe its properties, see if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
Stimmt. Ah, ja, warte. Stockende Bewegung. Okay. Ich hab fancy Schuhe, Alter. Fancy. Stiefel, meine ich. Und ja, ich habe die nur gefunden, ja? Nicht geklaut.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Gut geschlafen. Auch zum dritten Tag.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Okay. Typisches System wieder.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Warum nicht?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
The pain!
Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Ja, Selbstschuld, da sind wir wieder in Selbstmitleid. Und das ist, wir wollen ja ein bisschen. Ja.
Yes, your body is a system, and it's failing you because you're failing it.
Ich glaube, ich brauche ärztliche Hilfe.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay.
Yeah.
The Wonder Makers.
Jawohl.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But
Okay.
why would you want to start doing that?
Das werde ich. Ich sehe mir die Leute dauernd an. Ich mag sie. Die Menschen werden einen immer betrügen.
How many promises have you kept lately, Sir Harry? To the great see-through world. The tenderness.
Thou art honorable and just, sire. 'Tis the snakes who are vile, hissing in the grass. Come now. Humans have earned your trust, and you theirs.
Danke für das Follow. Den Namen nicht lesen, sorry. Hallo und willkommen. Ja. Okay. Hallo Kio. Ich habe doch gerade ein Follow gekriegt, aber das war wahrscheinlich ein Follow. Keine Ahnung. Hey Kio, na, alles gut?
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Yeah. Wir haben beschissen geschlafen hier. So schlafen brauchen wir nicht. Das wollen wir eventuell. Tag 3. Ah, okay. Uh-oh. Okay. So. Uh-oh. Morgen.
Yes?
Okay.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
Frau mit Pferdegesicht. What?
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Ist alles in Ordnung? Warum wollen Sie nicht mit mir reden?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Habe ich Ihnen Unrecht getan? Ich habe vielen Leuten Unrecht getan.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay. Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
Also von welchem Revier kommen Sie?
What precinct?
Okay.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
Sie sind von der Polizei, oder? Cool, ich auch.
I don't know what to say.
Ich verstehe gerade nicht, was hier los ist.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Moment, er ist Polizist?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
Sehr gut gelaunt.
I'm just looking out for...
Hm.
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Ist aber nix.
I just want to do my job. That's all.
Okay.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two is making her uncomfortable.
Hm. Okay, tschüss.
You look like shit.
Ein aufgewühltes Gesicht spiegelt sich in der Sonnenbrille des Mannes.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Letzten Tage waren hart.
Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
Hm.
It's not just this week. What you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face.
Hm.
The suit, the sunglasses, the haircut. He's famous. That's how you know his face.
Probieren wir mal, ne? 28%. Hm.
There's something that binds you to him. Some kind of an outfit, maybe. A uniform.
Hm, schon verstanden. Die Uniform ist eine Metapher. Was ich hier vor mir sehe, ist die Arbeiterklasse, stimmt's?
I want to say, yes, I think.
Das will ich nicht fragen.
Then don't. No one's forcing you.
Sind sie berühmt oder so?
Not as famous as you, superstar.
Hm.
Yeah, it's still irony.
Schon, aber es ist immer noch. Moment, war ich bin berühmt?
Oh yes, big time. Who hasn't heard of the far-out son of liver failure?
Das endgeile Sohn des Leberversagens. Gut.
No, not entirely.
Kim, wer ist dieser Typ?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Ich habe ein paar Fragen an Sie. Ich bin Polizist.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Ein Kerl mit einer Pechsträhne? Ich gebe mir alle Mühe. Gib mir alle Mühe, Mann.
Oh, well, go solve your case then. That would count as trying hard.
Also jetzt mir ein paar Fragen beantworten.
No,
Warum nicht?
'cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
Dann lassen Sie uns das Thema wechseln.
Or we could go back to doing our jobs. This was stupid.
los. Alles klar, man sieht
Watch
sich.
out for yourself, loser.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
Warten Sie, Ihre Stimme, ich erkenne sie.
Oh, really? I wonder where.
Vor kurzem habe ich meinen Dienstausweis verloren. Als ich den Vorfall melden wollte, waren sie dort.
That's the where you remember me from?
Ich leide unter leichten Erinnerungsschwierigkeiten.
You don't say. Goodbye then. The voice thing was a coincidence. Run along, asshole.
Wow. Was für ein Sack. Ah, die schon wieder. Okay.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Sind Sie Lizzie, Elizabeth, Fräulein Borford?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Mhm.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
Lockere Leo hat mir von Ihnen erzählt. Er ist echt eine Plaudertasche.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
Mhm. Mhm.
I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
Ah.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Achso. Den müssen wir noch suchen, ne? So. Speichern.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Ich will mich nochmal über den Lynchmord unterhalten.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Ah, so.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
Ich habe jemanden gefunden, der den Lynchmord gesehen hat. Ein Zeugen.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
Weil du sie einschüchterst, ne?
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
Überzeugen kommt nicht von hier.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
Sagen wir einfach, er ist ein hochrangiger Regierungsbeamter. Und wir lassen wir es dabei.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
MI is short for Moral Intern. Moral Intern is short for Moralist International, the coalition that runs Rivershaw.
Aber einer.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Was für Saftnasen, ey. Ah ja. Nee. Genau.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Hat sich die IKP bei Ihnen wegen der Seriennummer gemeldet?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Ist den jetzigen Namen?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Eine Rüstung wie diese wird normalerweise mit den Trägermaß gefertigt. Es muss Aufzeichnungen darüber geben, wer sie genau erhalten hat.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Ja, bitte versuchen Sie es. Wir müssen unbedingt herausfinden, wem die Rüstung gehört hat.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Alles klar.
Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
Hey Silvi, hier ist wieder die Polizei.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Ich glaube, ich habe alles, was ich brauche. Danke.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Ich bin mit dem Anruf fertig.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see...
Yes? What do you want to know?
Können wir die vorläufigen Informationen nochmal besprechen?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
Na klar.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria.
Genau.
The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Warum wussten wir nichts über den Anrufer?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Warum wollte der Anrufer nicht erkannt werden?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Natürlich. Ja, jetzt verstehe ich alles.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. Good.
Make way for the master poet.
Wir müssen irgendwie die... Oh, die Schleuse. Schleuse nochmal gucken.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where the indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Nice. Rums die Bums.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Okay. Funktum Rumpf vor Elektrizität. Okay. Ein Verteilerkasten mittels dessen Funkmast mit dem mit Strom versorgt wird. Ah. Die ragen Jahrzehnte alte Verteidigungsanlagen empor. Nun spielen Kinder auf ihnen. Okay. Hm. Wer betritt den Boden? Jemand hat einen umgedrehten Stern drauf gemalt. Jenseits des Tores verlassene. Okay. Okay, da können wir nicht rein. Aber wir können weiter auf jeden Fall. Jemand hat den Zaun und den Stacheldraht wieder gerissen. Schau gefehlt. Hier war schon lange niemand mehr. Ruhm sei unseren Geistern, so das Kapitol. Na.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
Sie passiert.
In this yard?
Der Lieutenant wirft einen Blick auf das kleine Gebäude. In der Ferne hebt sich ein Schwarm grauer Schwalben in die Lüfte.
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a block obscure for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
Moment, was ist ein Block obskur?
A black block. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang violence. or has become inhospitable in some other way.
Okay.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
Also dieser Teil Küste ist ein Block obskur?
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drums. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
Vielleicht haben die früheren Bewohner etwas Nützliches zurückgelassen?
Yes, for you to pick up as part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
Herrschaftsstrichen.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland, at least in this phase of the investigation.
Ah, true. Aber mir gibt's Geld! Jemand hat seine Musiksammlung unter der Plane versteckt. Tumba, die kleinste Kirche in Saint-Saëns. Ja. Das Turm, das du eine Hütte an der Küste gefunden hast. Auf der A-Seite steht die kleinste Kirche Saint-Saëns. Während der B-Seite die instrumentale Version zu hören ist. Erfordert zum Abspielen einen Ghetto-Blaster.
There's no way to listen to the tape without a working tape player or portal reel at hand. But even just holding the tape makes you feel a little sad. A pawn shop would have a tape player.
Ja, da brauchen wir Geld. So, da war ja noch was, ne? Vögel in der Birke. Oder umdrehen ein unkaufbares Bla. Das war zu schnell. Schade. Kann man nicht mitnehmen. Warte mal, da war doch irgendwas mit erneut. Okay. Staurätsel. Ah. Da ist ein Knarren von weiter vorne. Eine gebrochene Achse schleift. Ramponierter Ölkanister. Yeah.
A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
Hier führen die Reifenspuren auf dem Platz.
It appears to be so.
In den Augen des Lieutenants liegt ein seltsamer Ausdruck, als er das Wrack inspiziert. Lassen Sie uns Ermittlungen dazu anstellen.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
Okay.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
Du lässt deine Hand über das kalte Metall gleiten.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
Von welcher Marke stammt dieser MW? Denke ich irgendwo ein Firmenkennzeichen?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
Wie lange ist er schon hier?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Also vor ein paar Tagen.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Sieh an, sieh an. Sieht so aus, als hätte Jacobs Earth-Reise hier ein abruptes Ende gefunden.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Genug der Schadenfreude, die Sache ist ernst.
Yes, quite.
Was soll man machen?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Wann kommt die Ebbe?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Jetzt setzt sich auf die Schaukel und wartet darauf, dass sich die Flut zurückzieht. 2 Stunden später.
As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Auf jeden Fall, der sieht ziemlich blau aus.
Yes, it does.
Welches blaue Ding mögen Sie am liebsten?
Let me think about it.
Schauspielkunst, Mittel 10. Du pfeifst eine Melodie.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness.
Sehr cool.
The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. 2 birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and a sunken car.
Was war das? Durchbruch steht vor. Was? Okay. Das ist fertig. Können wir das auch mal... Oder wie viele Punkte haben wir denn? Genau, 3 Stunden.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Wir kommen besser dran, wie es aussieht. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Die Flut lässt sich wirklich ganz schön Zeit.
I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces. But I suppose it could move quicker, yes?
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
wenn Sie Partei für die Streikenden oder für das Transportunternehmen ergreifen müssen, für welche Seite würden Sie sich entscheiden?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Aber was wäre, wenn Ihnen jemand eine Knarre in den Kopf hielte?
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Oh. Du darfst die Augen zusammen und sagst, ist das eine Nummer an der Seite? Das Wort.
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical.
Ja, das ist, glaube ich, unser Auto. Hm.
Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
Oh Gott, nein.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you.
Shit.
No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Nein. Nein.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
Oh Gott, es ist weiter. Ich habe einen Motorwagen ins Meer gesteuert.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Es lief so gut. Eben haben wir doch noch fröhlich gepfiffen.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Erstmal der Ausweis, der Revolver und jetzt das.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
Eine vierte Sache?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Nach dieser Nummer nehmen Sie mich nicht zurück, oder?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
Ich kann ihn noch reparieren.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
Die Leute werden wütend auf mich sein, oder? Im 41. Revier.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
Wie bekommen wir ihn raus?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
Also hat der Wagen einfach so hier?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
Naja, Jetzt kann ich jetzt nachsehen, was sich im Wagen befindet.
Yes, let's go take a look.
Some kind of superstar.
Mhm.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Let's do this. Nice. Stunde 50. Sehr schön. Okay. Morgen anrufen, also am Tag 4. Okay. Eine Flasche, die keinen Tropfen Alkohol mehr enthält, ist am Eis festgefroren. Okay, dann gucken wir mal. Eis direkt vor der Küste verschiebt sich knackend. Das Eis. Oh. 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 Und wir haben uns noch den Ausweis wieder. Sehr schön, sehr schön. Interaktiv. Hier. Ein dickes blaues Stück Acryl, das ein dünnes Blatt Papier mit den Namen und den Rang des Polizisten umhüllt. Neben dem Text blickt dich ein Mann an. Eine junge Version von dir, die innerlich zwar schon zerfällt, von außen jedoch noch salonfähig wirkt.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
Ich habe einen Ausweis gefunden.
At least something good came out of all this.
Immerhin, ja. Der Lieutenant wirft einen Blick auf den Ausweis, den du in den Händen hältst. Betrachtest den Ausweis genauer.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Du siehst dir das Foto an.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
Wie alt?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
Und er zwinkert. Er zwinkert? Wieso?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name Harrier Dubois.
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Moment, was ist Harrier? Klingt wie ein Flugzeug. Bitte für einen Namen.
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
A name like armor.
Ein Name als Panzerung. Dann also Harrier Dubois.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Rang
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Das ist ein Lieutenant Doppel-Jeffrio.
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
Und doppelt.
The title of Jeffreighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're double Jeffreighter.
Wahrscheinlich Bock trotzdem, also.
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect.
Oder sie wollen weiterhin draußen im Außendienst sein.
And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
Was ist ein lass ich aussprechen.
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings.
Und was für Sonderfälle?
Kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
Moment. Satellite Officer?
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
Die haben sich also so viel Schwachsinn von mir gefallen lassen, weil ich hier vergisst bin?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Danke. Also.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
Yeah.
He trusts you for now. Try not to spoil it.
Ich dachte, mein Rang sei Säufernase.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
Danke, das macht mir Hoffnung.
Good.
Dich wieder dem Dokument zu.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads.
Seriennummer, bla.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Ausstellungsdatum 7. November 50.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
Ja, und dann richtig abgekackt.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
Revier 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
Hält inne. Was?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
Das stimmt auch.
But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiayeva.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain.
Wir haben unser altes Ich
He knew
wiedergefunden.
all those people, although they're not from his station. They must be big. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Sehr schön. Oh, Commanderjacke. Ich glaube, wir nehmen die mal. Ja, die sieht schon besser aus. Mehr oder weniger. Nee.
Yes? Yes?
Nee.
This is it, the scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Okay, du wolltest Tatort sagen, oder?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Ach so. Ja, es hat anscheinend jeden Fall den Anschein, als hätten hier viele Leute gefeiert.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Hey Kim, sieht so aus, als wären ein paar Partygänge hier gewesen.
Looks like it.
Macht den Eindruck, als hätten Leute hier viel gelacht und Spaß gehabt.
Hey, let's keep moving, Detective.
Okay.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
Yes?
Haben Sie gar nichts zu meinen Stiefeln zu sagen?
Okay, let's talk about it. You stole the boots.
Er betrachtet die glänzende technologische Schuhwerk, das du zur Schau trägst.
Congratulations. That must have taken an enormous concerted effort, considerable ingenuity and timing. Now I'm going to report you and you're going to go to jail.
Wirklich?
It was a joke, sadly.
Good.
There's nothing I can do about your delinquency. What's done is done. Let's get back to police work. Yes?
Es lief so gut, dann verkacken wir es wieder mal. Ei. Oh. Das war's. Yay. Ich glaube, wir nehmen aber die Schuhe wieder. Ja. So. So, warte mal. Aber. Küche. Wir müssen erstmal in die Küche.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Jo hat gesagt, dass sie mit dem Manana befreundet sind. Stimmt das?
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures.
Okay.
Then he falls silent again. They're friends.
Was ist denn in dem Board, den sie hier kochen? Du zeigst auf den großen Topf.
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Tut mir leid, ich verstehe sie nicht.
Just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer with his brow arched.
Borscht need more vodka?
Ah.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Du nix und drehst deine Finger im Uhrzeigersinn. Brauch mehr Wodka-Umdrehungen.
He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew.
Okay. Gurasi, kann ich etwas von dem Gebräu haben?
He smiles and nods enthusiastically, and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup, then hands it to you.
Das war wohl alles. Bleiben Sie im Aha. Okay, da geht die Moral runter. Okay, okay, okay. Erledigt. Oh. Okay. Ah, ich muss hier noch informieren, dass ich die Dings hier auch gemacht habe. Okay.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Hi.
Hi, hi. So what brings you here?
Ich habe einen Sonntagsfreund getroffen.
You did? And how did you like him?
Sie hatten recht. Er war magisch. Magisch-bürokratisch.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Wer ist er?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Wohin zurückkehren?
To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
In welcher Beziehung stehen Sie beide?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
Ah, was soll das sein als Sonntagsfreund?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Kann man das überhaupt einen Freund nennen?
It is. On Sundays.
Warum war er denn mitten in der Nacht in Ihrer Wohnung?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
Ich will nicht über andere Leute reden, sondern über Sie.
What about me, gendarme?
Was machen Sie hier?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
Ich bin hier, um den Laden aufzumischen oder den Fall zu lösen, an dem ich arbeite. Hm?
Well, here's to you.
Er prostet dir zu, bevor er an sein Getränk nippt und Schaum in seinen Mund benetzt. Erzählen Sie mir doch mal von diesem muskulösen Typen, der das Verbrechen untersuchen wollte.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
Was haben Sie ihm erzählt?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
Haben Sie Ihnen von Ihrem Freund erzählt?
What friend?
Von Ihrem Sonntagsfreund, dem Zeugen?
No, I don't think it came up.
Wie hat er ausgesehen?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
War er allein?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
Was hat er gesagt?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Hat er noch andere außergewöhnliche Merkmale, außer dass er muskulös ist?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Ah, danke für die Info.
Sure. Anything else on your mind? Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Das belassen wir erstmal.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Yes? What is it?
Die tragen eine blaue Uniform. Meine schwarz. Was bedeutet das?
It means I'm a patrol officer, sir.
What was with that, sir?
Wie sieht's mich so höflich im Gegensatz zu ihm? Warum?
Well, I guess
Cut the shit. Every second you stand here running your mouth, the case grows colder.
Willst du zu ihm? Du deutest auf den Mann mit der Sonnenbrille.
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Er scheint mir ein cooler Typ zu sein.
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tries, unlike you.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
Okay, tschüss. Ich hab's versucht!
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Ach so, ich muss ja den auch noch suchen. Warte. Den muss ich ja noch suchen. Eieieiei. Journal. Morgen andere. Finde Morell. Okay. Ah, Evrat. Haben wir ja die Wohnung aufgemacht. Können wir Ihnen da Bescheid sagen? Ah, nee, wir können ja erstmal zur... Nee, wir gehen erstmal zu Evrat. Haben wir noch was mit ihm?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Dieser Schnüffler, an dem ich einen Besuch abgestattete, dieser Raumschiff besitzt eine riesige Sammlung kolonialer Tassen.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Ja, seine Tastensammlung verkörpert sicherlich Antiquierte gesellschaftliche Werte.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
Was scheint mit dir zu reden? Ich muss los. Achso, wir können rein. Oh. Ritzige Kaffeeringe, Armlehne. Okay. Jemand macht es sich regelmäßig neben den Rundfunkgerät weben. Okay, sorry, dass ich das ein bisschen abhaken musste.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
Cool zusammen, ich bin wieder in Hessen. Die Bayern sind schon ein merkwürdiges Völkchen. Ja, das kannst du schon sagen, ne? Hallo, wie Frank, willkommen zu Hause. Mechanik. Herausfordernd. Du hast deinen Namen gehört. Ein langer Heimweg. Du lässt dein motorisches Gedächtnis eine zufällige Nummer wählen. Hoppam.
Your fingers run over the dial. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993.
Ooh.
Calling. Calling.
Calling.
Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you?
Okay. Ein Videothekenladen, glaube ich. Eine Videothek.
The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
Wie bin ich da gelandet?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy.
Kennen Sie mich?
No.
Oh, habe ich Sie angerufen?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Mein Name ist Harrier de Bois. Haben Sie mich in Ihrer Karteikarte? Kundenkarte? Kundenkartei?
Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November 46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one.
Was für ein Film ist das?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine.
Okay.
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Whoops. Okay.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Ugly. Wie heftig.
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Reicht das?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Das ist echt traurig. Wie muss es furchtbar gegangen sein?
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Your before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Okay. Warte mal. Das ist fast durch. Rhetorik. Warum der Rhetorik? 5.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has...
Rate jetzt nix. Ah. Okay. Diese Fahlenhandschuhe aus der Ultra Collection sind für maximale Leistungsfähigkeit fingerlos gehalten und verfügen auf den Handflächen über einen griffigen Überzug. Ideal für vierfüßige Fortbewegung und das Hantieren mit Frachtgut. Okay. Klar. Hi, Kollege. Na, alles gut?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Ich hätte ein paar Fragen an Sie, wenn nichts dagegen haben.
No trouble at all, mister.
Ich hab leider nichts Neues. Wir sind so durchgegangen alles. So. Mr.
Dubois, every worker...
Forschungsmitglied?
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart too. How can I help you today?
Ich habe dich geöffnet, so wie Sie es wollten. Können wir jetzt über den Ort reden?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
Guten Abend, Neto und Chat. Jawola, Hallöchen. Guten Abend. Komm mal, hallo. Na. Ich war in der Wohnung. Der Schnüffler hatte die Flagge des alten Revachol an der Wand hängen.
Exactly the kind of fascist memorabilia I was expecting. Weasel probably prays to it every night for the downfall of the Union.
Ah.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Yeah.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Es gab da eine Sammlung kolonialer Tassen. Und im Müll zusammen mit den Sachen des Gehängten habe ich eine ähnliche Tasse gefunden.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me.
Ja, klar.
I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best, helping people, with the power of politics.
Look.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Sicher? Bergfresse glaube ich ihm nicht.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
Dieser Schnüffel hat vielleicht die Spuren der Mörder verwischt.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this.
Ich weiß ja nicht.
But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
Es gehört schon ein bisschen mehr zur Polizei, als nur einen imaginären Schlagstock zu schwingen.
Of course, Harry. I'm not a real police officer. You are.
Ich habe gehört, dass es zwischen dem Lynchmord und dem Streik eine Verbindung gibt. Ich möchte gerne wissen, was Sie darüber wissen. Wissen, dass du was wissen.
By now, I'm sure you figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
Okay. Ich bin ganz Ohr.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
Sicher?
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
Okay.
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
Naja.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Ich weiß ja nicht.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Reden Sie weiter.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Moment, der Container wird versetzt?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types.
Okay.
One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wer genau war für das Rollen verantwortlich?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly.
Die Hardy Boys. Die Großmäuler.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
True.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Ja.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Oof.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Lizzie.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
Woher wissen die, dass die Söldner von der Spedition angeheuert wurden?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
Okay.
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
Okay.
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
Der Name des Unternehmens ist dieses Mal Grinnell. Möglich, dass es vorher Sentiment hieß.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
Mhm. Weil du sie gekauft hast. Vermute ich mal. Oder erpresst hast. Der meine Anwältin erwähnt.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Wait, the girl by the whirling, who was keeping an eye on you, is he talking about her?
Ist besser nicht zu erwähnen.
Oh, and she also really likes gardening, I hear.
Das bestätigt.
Strange. Anyway, let's move on.
Erzählen Sie mir von Titus Hardy und seiner Crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members.
Gewalttätig natürlich.
Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Alten Theo. Ah.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind.
Nee, für sich. Für sich.
Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Mit diesen Hardy Boys über den Weg laufen. Können Sie sie bitten, mit mir zu kooperieren?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Ich weiß ja nicht.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Moment, warum geben Sie die mir?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Das brauche ich nicht. Ich wollte nur, dass Sie mir mit den Hardy Boys helfen.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Nur zufällig, na. Alter, was für ein windiges Wiesel, ey. Das war eine gute Unterhaltung. Schließen wir das Thema fürs Erste ab.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
Aha.
I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Noch nicht?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
Okay.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Was soll das denn heißen? Ich bin doch mehr links als Sie.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Wozu brauchen Sie die Unterschriften?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth center in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Wo genau ist das?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Was wird aus den Leuten, die jetzt dort wohnen?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth center, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Okay.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Wenn Sie mit 100%iger Sicherheit sagen, dass niemand obdachlos werden wird?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth center there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbor.
He means it.
Kim, was sagen Sie dazu?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
Na gut, wenn ich zufällig gerade dort bin, kann ich Sie fragen.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I heard there was some trouble with the water lock, but it should be fixed now.
Ist ja auch, yes, ja.
Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Ich habe es geschafft, Efrat. Ich habe es noch dubioser gemacht.
What?
Das Gebräu, das dubiose Gebräu.
Oh, how could I forget your little side project? Well done, Harry. Well done. Don't even tell me what it was. But good job. I love it when workers take the initiative like this.
Mhm. Können wir noch ein paar Einzelheiten zu dem Mord besprechen?
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you. By all means, Harry, what's on your mind?
Ich werde jetzt gehen, aber vielleicht unterhalten wir uns später noch einmal. Ende.
See you soon, Debarder. Just kidding, but not too much.
Ich mag den Typen nicht. Ein weißer Umschlag mit einem Stempel in der rechten oberen Ecke. Und dich übergeben von Efrat Claire. Darin sind einige juristische Unterlagen enthalten, auf denen zwei Namen abgedruckt sind. Isabelle Sadi und Lillian Cartier. Es sind beide Unterschriften erforderlich.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Du siehst den Bebauungsplan an.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Okay.
It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite.
Ja, was halten Sie davon?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way.
Du versuchst ein Schlupfloch in dieser Vereinbarung zu finden.
There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Moment, was für Auswirkungen wird das haben?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Könnt ihr zukommen? Zeig's auf die Fotokopie. Diese Leute werden wegziehen müssen. Können wir etwas dagegen tun?
I should have seen it.
Der Lieutenant legt die Stirn im Falten, als er sich das Dokument noch einmal durchliest.
Evra probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
Naja, wir tun erstmal wieder rein.
A police badge on which an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It almost looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio computer or an old filament memory. But
okay. Könnten ja, warte. Okay. Ach so. Wir haben unseren Ausweis, also können wir dahin. Warte mal. Karte. Nee. Hm. Oh, okay, muss ich hinlaufen. Okay. Nee, warte mal.
You're back before the cargo container.
Hm. Nee.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Hundreds of and the same that you already went through. Remember, Leo, all items on the drawer.
Okay, war einfach schnell durch. Schnell durchlaufen. Hm. Okay.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Hm.
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Nee, aber nicht. Einfach raus. Noch da.
Whoa. What have we here?
Eine Brücke.
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Tim, sieht so aus, als hätten wir es hier mit einem Verstoß gegen die Bauvorschriften zu tun.
True. They never cleaned up the wall damage. The rest of Revachol looks better, though.
Aber Lieutenant, denken Sie doch nur an die Splitter.
The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all. It's nothing to worry about. Shall we?
Na klar. Die Joyce, die war ja da hinten, ne? So, dann speichern wir mal.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Ich habe mit den Lastwagenfahrern am Kreisverkehr gesprochen.
Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout. It would give them a read on the entire quarter.
Hm.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
Wissen Sie etwas über diese Tätowierung?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Also wissen Sie was über die Tätowierungen?
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Zeigst dir deinen Ausweis. Ich habe übrigens meinen Ausweis gefunden. Mhm.
I love you did.
Ihre Augen huschen von links nach rechts.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer.
No.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
Mhm.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
Mhm.
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe.
Okay.
I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
Das ist wohl nur recht und billig. Die Untersuchung wird wohl abgeschlossen sein.
I am glad to hear that. Because let me tell you, we are in dire waters. The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you.
Hm.
Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
Ja, gerne. Übrigens, ich habe mit Evra Claire gesprochen.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Hm, nicht besonders.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually... corruption.
Hm.
That's how he's done it. Fantastic, verm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Hm, versuche ich auch.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Mhm.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Mein Revolver zu finden.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
Mhm.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling.
Oops.
He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this, to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Mhm.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
Könnte schon bald gefunden werden.
Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you.
Kann natürlich auch sein.
Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
Perhaps he is.
Hat mich gebeten, eine Tür zu öffnen.
A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
Ja, eine Empfehlung.
Such referrals may sometimes get you information from a man like Everard. Did it?
Detective, I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
Mehr habe ich nicht zu sagen.
Naturally, Detective. There are lighter topics to gossip about.
Ich habe mich gebeten, einen Umschlag zu stellen.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
Namenlose Siedlung unten der Küste, nicht weit von hier.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
Er will hier ein Jugendzentrum errichten für die Kinder von Martinez.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
Das würde passen.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
Wir haben ziemlich viel für dieses Dorf übrig, oder?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders.
Oha.
He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
Wir waren schon einmal in Martinez.
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Klingt, als ob sie diese Zeit vermissen würden.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in 08. Imagine.
Also ihr seht traurig, dass sie diesen Ort nicht kaufen können?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
Ich habe geholfen, dem Borch ein paar Umdrehungen mehr zu verpassen.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
Der Koch stellt den Herd, damit die Streikenden betrunken bleiben. Das hilft ihm beim Streiken.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
Yeah.
Why, if I may ask, why make them more drunk? Aren't they corked enough already?
Yes, Detective. What were you hoping to accomplish with this strange thing?
Das ist nicht weiter interessant. Ich dachte, es könnte den Geschmack der Brühe verbessern.
Very curious. A very curious thing to do.
Truly. But that's how he operates. He just does things, man. And then talks about them. Even if it's inappropriate.
Scheiße.
A strange equanimity has overtaken the lieutenant. He's just going with the flow now. Easier that way.
What else?
Ehrlich gesagt möchte ich mit Ihnen erstmal über was anderes reden, wenn Sie das dagegen haben. Du schließt das Thema ab.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Danke, das wäre vorerst alles. glaube, wir werden die Unterschrift mal fälschen, ne? Wäre, glaube ich, eine ganz gute Idee. God damn it.
This door is made of metal.
Okay. Da wollte ich hin.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Cindy, ich brauche deinen Pinsel.
What for?
Für etwas Künstlerisches. Geht um ein Kunstprojekt, okay?
Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about?
Über grandiose Kunst, über Kunst vom Feinsten, über die künstlerische...
Let me stop you right there, Piggy. You have no idea, do you? No idea. No brush? Fuck off.
Die Träume eines Mannes einfach so zerstören. Ich hoffe, du bist glücklich.
There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you. 'Cause you suck in life and in everything.
Wow. Ist das ein Bett in der Kohlekammer?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Oha.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Hast du gerade richtiges Zuhause?
Does anyone in a city like this?
Ne, ist nicht unbedingt schön, aber man muss eben nehmen, was man kriegt.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Okay.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
Echt? Du bist Bergarbeiterin?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me. But somehow, it never happens.
Ich habe weitere Fragen.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Du willst also nicht über den Mord reden, aber vielleicht kannst du uns über die verschwundene Rüstung des Mordopfers verraten?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Kunst für den Körper?
Ugh, alright. Sad Piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
Okay.
If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
Da ist ein kleines Mädchen, das Handschuhe trägt?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you.
Ha.
I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
Bis später, Cindy.
Fairweather, T500.
Abgeschlossen.
Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon.
Something.
None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T-500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Oh yeah. Nice. 6 Stunden. Oh. Wir können ja das mal ausgleichen, oder? Schmerzgrenze? Gut. Na, da. Wir haben mittags schon. So. Schicke die Leiche des Opfers zur Kriminaltechnik. Ja, das müssen wir auch noch uns kümmern. Aber ich hätte gern auch die Handschuhe. Ich möchte gerne Handschuhe. Hat der vielleicht noch was?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Oder was?
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
Nee.
You keep coming back.
You find your hands deep. The box smells like cat piss. Or like an old person with no money.
Wow.
Economical, but also.
Hier?
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer.
Nee. Hier schon? Okay, hier ist dicht. Warte mal. Vielleicht sagt das Foto dem Typen was hier. Ich will mal speichern. Nicht, dass ich dem das verkaufe oder sowas.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure, let me have a look.
Ich habe ein faszinierendes Foto von einer Leiche. Zeigt das Foto.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
Wissen Sie, was die Tätowierungen bedeuten?
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic baths are. But the tattoos on the man are not that.
Another time, perhaps.
Da könntest du uns bei unserer Ermittlung helfen.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer it. I do my best to keep my...
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Ich wollte etwas über meinen verschwundenen Revolver fragen. Mal wieder.
Sure thing.
Waren die Leute von Ezra Clares Gewerkschaft wegen des Revolvers hier?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip. But you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
True.
Wait, then it might be true. Everard's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Ja, nutzt sie dann für was anderes. Mir da was anzuhängen.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Wisst ihr, wo ich die Käuferin finde?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Damn it.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying and the Union can track her down in time.
Sure, man.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape-reel eyes.
Wir brauchen 12, ne? 20 für die Nacht. Ja, komm, gib her.
Here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. You can play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Nice. Okay. Ein Tonband-Ghetto-Blaster. Wie wir ihn alle aus unserer Jugend kennen. Etwas mitgenommen, ein wenig verbeult und, ganz ehrlich, eigentlich gar nicht so laut. Sieht allerdings lässig aus. Hervorragend geeignet, um ihn auf der Schulter zu tragen, Tonbänder abzuspielen und nichts an fremden Musik ins Gesicht zu dröhnen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Der ist ein Digaplan zum Magnetoblaster und wartest ab.
Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad.
Mega sad.
Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Hast das als Karaoke singen? Ich denke schon.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses.
Das ist ja viel.
And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
Was?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Oh.
The lieutenant looks at you as you remove the tape from the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Ey, ich hab Ghetto-Blaster, Alter. Okay. Bin die Panzerschuhe. Mhm. Alles klar. Machen wir doch glatt. Dazu müssen wir auf die andere Seite. Oh. In der Plan ist ein Boot versteckt. Ah, hier. Ja. Eine kalte Brise reicht aus, um die Bretter der Wand knarren zu lassen. Und drüben Licht des Raums siehst du einen dunkelroten Stuhl. Was haben wir hier? Postkarte. Pole City. Eine Fliege. Ja, nice. Haben wir hier nix. Okay, ciao. Durch das zerbrochene Glas sind verstaubte Regale und ein vergessener Stuhl zu sehen.
Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position.
Moment, was soll ich denn unter dem Boot?
I don't know. Sleeping? What do people do under boats? This is merely a measurement from your visual cortex. Do with it what you want.
Gute Neuigkeiten, ich habe einen neuen Schlafplatz gefunden.
Huh?
Ich sagte, gute Neuigkeit, ich habe einen Schlafplatz gefunden. Zeigt auf das Boot. Und dieses Boot hier, der kostet nicht.
Sarcastic self-pity is not what we need at this moment, officer.
Ach man.
I understand the situation looks grim, but we must continue with our investigation.
Ja.
You have a home somewhere. All cops do. When this is done, you can return.
Fußspuren im Schnee, sie führen vom Unfallort weg. Entweder war die Person sehr verwirrt oder schutzbetrunken. Unterseite des Bootes wurde vor kurz geteert. Vom Norden her dringen Alltagsgeräusche. Ein Waschbrett. Reinigt Stoff vom Schmutz. Betonziegel. Holt. Eine behelfsmäßige Feuerstelle. Handschriften dienten wohl als Zunder. Das Gebüsch ist zu dicht und dornig, um es durchzuqueren.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Okay.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Zugezogene weiße Vorhänge, so wirklich hineinzusehen. Du siehst eingestaubte Wäsche. Auf einem Bett liegen trockene Pulpen. Hübsches Blitzchen. Fischerhütten. Ein Schleifstein, abgenutzt und völlig verrostet. Baumaterial. Wer dieses Haus errichten wollte, ist überall aufgebrochen. Money! Hey guys. What's up, guys?
Hey, Tequila.
Ein Mann über 30 in einem zweiteiligen Lycra-TM Trainingsanzug stellt seinen Pilzen ab und streckt ihr zur Begrüßung die Hand entgegen.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Scheiße. Du schüttelst ihm die Hand.
So what's happening?
Moment. Tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang.
4th Street Gang.
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Hm. Die Realität, sie macht mich aggressiv traurig.
I know what you mean. Sitting around with these bums, you really get to know the nitty-gritty of reality. And it isn't good.
Hm. Er sieht seine Kumpels mit gespielter Anerkennung an.
Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Cheers. Trinkt einen Schluck von seinem Bier.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
Was macht ihr hier?
We are saving the world.
Not really. Er wirft einen Blick auf seine Kumpane.
Please. Please don't call. Don't call.
Okay, ich rufe dich nicht an, ich lach das schon.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
Das ist ein Tequila Sunset, sagst du ständig.
It's you. Your Tequila Sunset.
Weißt du das?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
Nee.
No, you sure don't.
Vielleicht.
Maybe. You look like you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be. You look like you want to hear the tale.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Tequila. Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Sag schon.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Ich allein?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop
Okay.
interrupting.
Okay. Nehmen wir einen weiteren Schluck und fahren dann fort.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Wow. Aber wie?
It is. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
Was ist dann passiert?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Weiß, wo das alte Ich von Harry.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Ich glaube, wir kriegen die Geschichte mit, wo wir da unseren Unfall hatten.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Natürlich.
Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed.
Okay, das war aber da wahrscheinlich der Moment, wo wir da mit dem Auto rumgerast sind.
Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach, you revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs.
Oh, scheiße.
The time hath come! So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come, to which you replied,
Uh-oh.
The time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things.
Du sagst nichts, so ist es würdevoller.
After which, your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
Scheiße.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster.
Okay.
When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
Na, zum Glück haben wir das schon rausgeholt.
In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common.
Aw.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
Huh.
We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Mein richtiger Name ist Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
Okay. Wie lange haben wir Party gemacht?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Ah, scheiße.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Habe ich euch etwas Bestimmtes über diese Person erzählt, die mich verarscht hat?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Hey?
Please, don't open that door.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Okay.
Abigail.
Oh Gott.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Habe ich erwähnt, dass ich noch etwas anderes verloren habe?
Beside your gun and your badge? You said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Habe ich etwas über meine Kollegen gesagt?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
Okay.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Habe ich etwas über den Fall gesagt?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Haben wir über Politik geredet?
Yeah, you said that it was okay that you crashed your carriage because the spectral hand of the market was guiding you.
Okay.
This was before you started talking about how the Pinkies were always trying to fuck you.
Kannst du abschätzen, was für ein Bulle ich war?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you.
Okay.
You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
Oh je. Ich habe genug gehört. Du schließt das Thema ab.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
Man sieht sich.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
Grummelt ein unrasierter Mann mit einer roten Nase. Bei deinem Anblick kneift er die Augen zusammen, als ob er dich erkennen würde, und dreht seinen Kopf dann weg.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Er ist Abigail.
Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
He's fucked up.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Wer bist du? Wie heißt du?
Don't call Abigail.
Wo bin ich? Was ist das hier?
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
Warum soll ich Abigail nicht anrufen?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Du packst dich zu mir runter.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
Dann wedle mit der Hand, als ob er dich verscheuchen wollte. Erzähl mir von deinen Freunden, sag ich auf die anderen.
Don't you fucking call her. Hear me? Abigail?
Okay.
Don't call Abigail.
Oi.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Freut mich auch, mein Freund.
So what do you want? I've got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I've got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Amphetamin?
Aye, by amphetamine, I mean speed.
Ich dachte, mit Speed meintest du Affe, hat's... verstehe, alles klar.
Good, my man. Now what can I offer you?
Warum kostet die Spirituosenflasche 300 Real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Und nix und lässt ihn reden.
You know, it's funny, actually.
Okay.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What?
What?
Keep him talking.
Wie war's? Wolltest du gerade... was wolltest du gerade sagen? Was war lustig?
This guy.
Hast du die Spirituosenflasche bekommen?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
Mhm.
I got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
Er spuckt einen hässlichen gelben Klumpen auf den Boden von einem...
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
Das ist ein guter Tee, den sollte ich mir merken.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help.
Hmm.
Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing.
Okay.
Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Okay, wie hast du das geschafft?
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies.
Okay.
Fight 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol.
Oof.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
Ich glaube, sie wird sich als nützlich erweisen. Ja.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The
Bloß nicht
deal of a
300.
lifetime.
Well done. You got it. That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
Nimm mal die.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Mhm. Ich gehe da mal.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Okay. Was ist das? Blaue Heilspirituose. Diese Flüssigkeit hat einen überirdisch blauen Farbton. Brennt sicher drauf, sie zu kosten. Das ist ein 98,7%iger Alkohol. Halte ihn vom offenen Feuer fern. Okay, eine interisoläre Dose. Und eine Fliege. Okay, gucken wir noch ein bisschen hier. Ah. Nimm mal. Kinder. Das Graffito verdeckt das Straßenschild. Eins zu eins kaum zu erkennen. Die durchweg warmen und einladenden Farben wirken anders. Allerdings gemütlich. Ein Blumenkasten, der im Moment völlig brach liegt. Vielleicht ändert sich ja das im Frühling. Ist fest verschlossen. Ah, das war ein Anzeigefehler. Aus diesem Winkel kann ich nicht ins Haus blicken. Die Kinder ansprechen. Dann machen wir ja.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Wie sieht einer eigentlich aus?
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
Oh.
He looks just like me.
Ja, das habe ich schon gesagt.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again.
You're bad with kids.
Stimmt, ja.
Don't worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work now? We're not getting anything here.
Hey, wo ist eure Mama?
The kids don't reply, absorbed in their little game.
Okay. Was hat die zu sagen? Aus Innern vernimmst du das behagliche Bullern eines Heizofens. Die Frau, die neben einem Bottich mit Wäsche sitzt, summt eine ungewöhnliche Melodie. Die Augen sind geschlossen.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot sujunti.
Wieder eine Verkäufer.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Then how does she know you're here?
Ja, sie kann die Umrände sehen. Und jetzt sich nach vorn.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
Na klar.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Wie er schon gesagt hat, wir sind Polizisten, wir machen keinen Ärger. Wir beseitigen Ärger.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Moment. War ich schon mal hier?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
Oh.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place. Somewhere more quiet.
Oh, ich habe auch was Gutes gesagt, meine Vergangenheit, Harry.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
Von was für einen schlechten Ruhm reden wir hier?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Wenn ich als schlechtes Ruhm betrachtet werde, warum hat mir das noch niemand gesagt?
Maybe they are afraid.
Warum?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
Okay.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Wo könnte man hier in der Gegend über Nacht bleiben?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Wie viel kostet das?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Hallo Paddy. Komm, Hallöchen. Wir haben schon 20 Uhr durch. Ich will das aber Gespräch noch fertig machen. Okay, ich nehme es.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Mit ihrer Schürze holt sie einen Schlüssel hervor. Die reicht Ihnen dir.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Yeah.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
Ja. Was gibt es hier in diesem Fischerdorf?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
Meint sie das?
This is pretty much a known place. A gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Sich eine Möglichkeit, ein bisschen Geld zu verdienen?
Here, for you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find.
Gut, ich wollte auch zum anderen Thema mit Ihnen reden.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Was ist denn weiter unten an der Küste?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the verlorene Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Warum ist sie verlassen?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
Ja.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
Ich habe das Gefühl, dass sie mir nicht alles erzählen. Was geht dort sonst noch vor sich?
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting, even through the night.
Okay.
And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
Interesting. You could look into this ruckus if you have the time.
Ja, das könnte vielleicht mit dem Fall zu tun haben. Was gibt es noch unten an der Küste?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Das irgendwas Bemerkenswertes?
Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk, but it's closed.
Verstehe, alles klar.
As I said, it's a peninsula. There's no one there, just ghosts and vagrants, and teenagers making out.
Sehen Sie mir von sich. Wer genau sind Sie hier?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
Das ist der Brief, dann, den wir die geben sollen, zur Unterschrift.
Now is your turn, Mr.
Herrn Harry Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
Ich gehe da mal wieder. Leben Sie wohl. Okay, dann speichern wir hier. Hier haben wir die Möglichkeit, nämlich eine Quest zu erledigen. Die Unterschrift einzuholen für den Umschlag für das Jugendheim, also Jugendzentrum. Diesen schwierigen Sack Efrat. Aber das machen? Ich weiß es nicht. Ich glaube eher nicht. Gut. Das soll es für heute gewesen sein erstmal. Auf YouTube bedanke ich mich jeweils fürs Zuschauen. Danke, dass ihr dabei wart. Gerne ein Like da lassen, gerne auch ein Abo da lassen. Könnt auch gerne auch auf Twitch vorbeikommen. Da bin ich Montag und Freitags, wenn ich es nicht ändere, live. Könnt ihr auch gerne vorbeikommen. Auch da ein Follow da lassen. Link ist auch in der Videobeschreibung. Ja, genau, Videobeschreibung. Ankündigungen und so findet ihr in den Social Links, die in der Kanalbeschreibung sind, beziehungsweise auch auf Twitch sind. In der Kanalbeschreibung. Genau. Das ist auch alles verlinkt. Könnt ihr alles da nachlesen. Oder mir gerne folgen. Also dann. Ich wünsche euch was. Bis demnächst. Tschüss.